firstly, I was not a techie in civil.
Okay.
I have done my B.Tech in mechanical engineering. So I was hardware, hammer guy, a manufacturing, a production guy. That's where I kind of interest got in me to learn about this technology, learn about these applications, how it works for industries, how it can help. And from there on, moved to Satyam to Oracle US, to the parent company, came back to India. Did the interview and I was selected, and they told me the package. It was very less at that point of time. So I called up my mother from there and told her that they are hardly offering me any money. So I had to kind of had to know that I'm getting paid. Should I take a jump or not? She was very clear. Even if you have to pay 5,000 rupees out of pocket right now, take the jump. Because you do not get a chance again like this. Go and take the jump. Second was when I was in Oracle and those kind of companies, when I was trying to get into projects just work for client facing. Always on the client facing side. So you always think about, right, you're a technical guy, there's a lot of concept when you are a very logical guy, you check on the logic, less of business, less of solutions and news. So that's a learning which I have and which I would like to take it to my is think about the business first. What the business guy is saying, think about the business first and then think about the technical complexity, how it has been handled and all. And the third one is, initially I was apprehensive whether to try this stuff or not. Code liking is not coding for me. If you ask me whether I can code in Java, then I code it in the latest on Flutter, maybe I code very comfortable, or maybe not liking towards. I will do it if I sit on it, but not liking towards it. So I always wanted to get into startup and entrepreneurship, but I am on the fence. Because after so many years of job, you are not very sure if they can jump the fence other side or not. So it's a big of a challenge there. Fortunately, you are far better in a position wherein you not only know how the startups are working and goes. For our time, we never heard about startups kind of a word for one feet. So I would say if you see if you think that idea is really great, but just thinking that idea is really great, we need to do a lot of ground study and we need to do a lot of work on it. Also what you hear and see in the newspaper, because if you see, they will glorify one of the startups which has success out of 1,000.
Yep.
Or maybe 10,000.
Yep.
Okay, there are many startups which are really good ideas, good brains, good people, good intellectual, but somehow they are not made it to the what do you call it, thing. So it's not a very easy game there. But at the same time they say, if really you can make a mark and if you do it, the money will follow you.
Yep.
That's it. So if you want to, my thought of startup is get into an area which is kind of niche. Whether it's startup, whether you want to do it in a career also, try and get into an area which is niche. Just try to get expertise into that, money will automatically follow. It will never stop, it will come to you. Obviously it will come up and down. Second, I have seen some people, senior people, not years with, launched startup, it got busted also. Now how strong you are to come out of it, that's matters, because it might go either ways. So if you have idea, you think you can do it, for sure you do it. But at the same time, you feel that, okay, let me take a 1 or 2 years of experience working in industry in which you want to get into a startup. So it could be a travel industry, it could be a health industry, or it could be a tech industry or anything else. So I would suggest try and see if you can get a 1 or 2 years of experience and then get in.
Got it.
That's my personal view. Because if you get into that, then you understand the complexity of the way it runs. Many times you buy a song or you buy a content, say from outside India, and you just want to dub it and then want to, like example, the K-drama and all those things, right? We have not commissioned K-drama in India. We bought it from the parent company, this one. So all these things will come in a lot of rights and restrictions. You can dub only in Hindi, you cannot dub in Tamil, you cannot do this. So this kind of word, this is them. You can show only over, say, maybe 1 time, 2 times. You cannot show, say, maybe after 3 months or those segments. If there are songs which are there in fiction show, non-fiction shows today, any kind of things. So there are restrictions. Some of the label companies will tell you, okay, this song, which is say of this blockbuster movie or latest movie, you can use it only once. You cannot use it twice and lose. So these all things are being managed out of software because humanly it's impossible to keep a track. Also remember, whether it's outside India or not in India also, the penalties are very high. So that's really tricky. How do you recruit a person? Because and especially if a person, I mean, which you both know and there's no reference. But so I look for 2-3 things. Obviously, at what level I'm recruiting, whether it's only in fresher level, in junior level, or whether it's some kind of a mid senior level, or this kind of stuff. And then accordingly, I see what's the kind of profiles of the resume they're saying. Because if so person has got, they say the more the experience you have, your resume should shorten it. So if you've got more than 20 years of experience, you should not be more than 10 pages because you don't have time to. So I see that first. Second and the most important I see first is whether it's a junior person, whether it's a fresher, whether it's even if that person is 20 years of experience, is whether the person is taking pains to do a proofreading of his or her resume.
So as AI is dealing with that, what are your views on the use of AI in the media industry?
He asked a perfect question to the...
Yeah. So if you ask me, see AI, obviously AI, not only the industry, multiple industries are still doing a lot of use cases and those things. Okay. So whether we really know whether it has picked up in media, it's still a long way to go. But I would suggest there are a lot of models gonna be useful in India industry in different, like one of the India which we are working on is how to identify the music out of a program, all those things. So which is humanly either you sit and see everything in Zoom. So that's what I think is that there's going to be a lot of models and prototyping is gonna be ways back in whether it's content generation and but at the same time, no matter how much it will give you input, but at the same time, human factor, human decision and intuition is gonna also work. So like this, when I will give an example of which program will work.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thanks a lot for like all your...
Thank you. It was nice interacting.